You just need to start. You're already successful. Now it's time to have your money match that level of success. You work too hard to let financial inefficiencies drain you of the wealth that you can have. My name is Lisa Jane, and people who are really close to me and really familiar with me call me Lisa Jane. So I find it very fitting that I would introduce myself to you that way right now, because my goal is for us to get really close. You've worked hard to get here, but making good money is only the first step. Building lasting wealth, that's a whole different game. But that's where I come in to help you turn your income into real financial power and ultimately freedom. But before we delve into strategies and how-tos, let me share a little bit more about my journey, because where I come from shaped my mission to help people like you take control over their finances. So I didn't grow up in a world of wealth. In my world, money was associated with the word no. No to the things I wanted, no to the extracurriculars that I loved, like track and field. So I had this dream growing up that I really wanted to be like FloJo. If you guys don't know who FloJo is, she was a track and field Olympian. And so I wanted to be a track and field star just like her. Okay. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I was a part of an extracurricular club that did track and field, but my family couldn't afford it, so I had to stop doing it. That moment stuck with me. And it wasn't just about not being able to do the sport that I love. It was about the realization that money, or the lack of money, dictated what I could and couldn't do. And I never wanted to feel that way again. So even as a kid, I started to do something different. I started to save every dollar that I could. While my friends spent their allowance on candy after school, I was saving money for things that mattered, like a prom limo. But here's what I didn't know back then. Saving alone wasn't enough. Money sitting in my bank account wasn't working for me. It was just waiting. Now, I'm not saying that waiting is not good. Sometimes you need to wait. But sometimes waiting is just being idle, and we don't want that. So that shift in thinking actually came to me when I got to Georgetown, because I studied finance there. And that's where I really discovered that money wasn't just about something to be earned or spent. It was something that you could grow. Fast forward, I earned my MBA from Cornell University, and then I was a stockbroker. And then I spent about 13 years at the Federal Reserve as a supervisor and bank examiner. Throughout my career and throughout my educational upbringing, I had a front row seat to see how the financial systems work and how they really and truly worked for people who knew what they were doing. But what ended up striking me the most, also while I was on this journey, was how many of my colleagues or former classmates or friends, smart, educated professionals, had no real financial strategy. They had money, but somehow they were still, sometimes lost or sometimes not optimizing their money in terms of investing and growing wealth, and didn't have a long-term plan. After I graduated from Georgetown, thankfully with no debt, because of your girl's hustle and because of scholarships, I moved to Washington, D.C. But at the time, I had no job, I had no plan, and I barely had any savings. But that was my wake-up call. I knew I needed to make my money work for me and not just sit in a bank account, or not just have nothing sitting in a bank account. And it was only until a year after my graduation that I started investing. And at first it was intimidating, and I'll admit I was a finance major, and investing was a little intimidating to me when I first started. Where do I start? What if I get it wrong? What if I lose my money? All that. But once I took that first step, my entire perspective on wealth changed. And the more I kept doing, the more I kept learning and knowing and understanding. That's why I created my business, Greendiggers, and that's why I'm here entering the chat room on this platform to help you build wealth while incorporating all parts of you in all aspects of your life. It's not just about investing or budgeting. It's about having a system that fits your goals, gives you freedom, flexibility, and confidence in your financial future. My mission is about more than just money. It's about shifting your mindset and using money as a tool to create options that fit your life and that fits the life that you desire. Together, we'll break down wealth building strategies in a way that's simple, clear, and actionable, because financial literacy doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be empowering. You just need to start. And that's exactly what I'm here to help you do. You're already successful. Now it's time to have your money match that level of success. You work too hard to let financial inefficiencies drain you of the wealth that you can have. It's time to move from just earning to actually building something that lasts. If this message hits home, hit that subscribe button. Also, drop a comment below and let me know what's the one thing that you need to change about how you manage money. Let's talk about it. And of course, hit that notification button because I don't want you missing any of my future videos. Together, let's learn, share, and leverage. Until next time.